sorted. Let me just move this down here. Zoom out on time frames. So this is ready. A bunch of crap there. Let's move off this one. There we go. Make sure this is all good. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just grab it up on my phone and put the link in the chat. Where's it at? There we go. Perfect. Share. Copy link. Telegram. Live trading. Live here. Perfect. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Hello Darren, hello Katie, hello Golov, hello, who's that? Clint, hello Chris, hello Sean, DB, Chris. How's everyone doing? Hello Nate. Evening, hello Paul. How's everyone doing though? Let me just zoom this out a bit and move this more up top so then it's a bit clearer. Let me drag this down. We don't need to see that much of it. Let's go on the 30-minute time frame. And yeah, how's everyone doing? Hello Adam, hello Raj, hello Craig, hello Lazy Queen, Tony. Hello Narash, hello Timothy, Leanne. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Yeah, I hope everyone had a great weekend. If you are new joining us tonight, then welcome. On these live streams, we tend to have a quick catch up, answer any questions, see how everyone's doing. Then from there, we'll get into the charts, mark up some nice levels, come up with a plan for sort of tomorrow and the rest of the week. And if you do have any questions throughout, then you can just let me know. And I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Jason. Hello, Sam. Nice, Harry. Love that. Hello, Big Rick. Hello, Let. Andy. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hello, Chris. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how your weekend went. Let me know what you get up to. Let me just move this in here. Boom. There we go. But yeah, let me know how your weekend went. Let me know what you sort of got up to, and then we'll get into the charts. Obviously, we had a crazy sort of end to the week last week. Definitely some stuff to go over there. If you're in the private group, then I definitely recommend looking at the recent message that I put in. It gives you a great outlook on sort of what has actually gone on with gold and silver. Silver losing like, I don't know the exact percentage, but it was between like 30 and 35%, which was crazy. Something crazy like that. It was ridiculous. So yeah, mental. Nice, Sam. Seriously, well done there, Sam. Really nice. Yeah, Narash, it was good. So I don't really know what I've sort of done outside the apartment. I've mainly just, there's been a few things like on the back end which I've had to sort of sort. And then we've had a new social media manager person start. So walking through stuff with them, and then someone else as well who's looking to start. And then also there's just a bunch of things going on in the background, which is really good. And then also for the event, a lot of planning going into that as well. We do have an event for members of the private group at the end of this month, which is going to be really, really good. So there's been a few things going on with that. Didn't expect the amount of members to come to that. I didn't. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how many members are looking to come. I mean, it is going to be really good, but I didn't expect as many as that. So that's come with its own sort of things. Yeah, it's event planning was never something I was looking to get into, but yeah, it's crazy. So in the best way possible though. So looking forward to that. So sorting that out, and then a few other things as well. So it's been good. And then I actually had a crazy thing. I did do a sort of video message about it, but I had a meeting on, I think it was Friday. I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday. We had a lunch. It was with one of the biggest traders to come out of Germany. Like crazy guy. Really nice. Like just very normal guy. But yeah, that was really interesting as well. So it was good. 1,000 finished, 2,000. What was that, Andy? You finished up 1,500. Wait, you finished up 1,000 to 2,000. Been in the group since TikTok days. Looking forward to it. Nice, Ryan. Love that, mate. And yeah, it's going to be really good. So with the challenge that we've got going on in the private group, so we've got obviously, Greg, Craig, Jay, Adam, and then we've got Leon, Brandon, who are basically all coming together to basically just hammer home 2 weeks. And then we've got a few other cool things as well. Craig with the reports, which is really, really, really good. I know a few people have sort of had those like test reports over the past few months, and the feedback's been phenomenal there as well. And so, yeah, the feedback on the last one was really, really good. We're looking to dial it in more even this one. Just like the events and everything which goes on. You know, we're still very new. This is just our second event coming up, and this is just our second challenge. So, you know, each one we're trying to optimize, make bigger, better, and just bring more results. So, looking forward to it. Should be really good. Nice, Yusuf. And Yusuf, when you're in Dubai, definitely let me know. I know we've got a few members coming to Dubai over the next sort of few weeks, so that should be really, really good. Also, I love meeting members. It's really good. Massive credit to Greg. Yeah, I mean, Greg's just been getting better and better and better. Like yeah, it's insane. So and Greg's just super nice guy as well, like super nice. So looking forward to that. And then through the challenge as well, we'll have more live streams from Leon and Brandon as well, and Jay and Adam actually. So that's gonna be really, really good also. So a lot more sort of live trading happening there. Mainly, I know like Jay and Brandon and Adam actually like to do it on a night for like Asia Open, and so there'll probably be quite a few live streams there as well, and we'll look to get some sort of midday ones as well, probably through. We'll see what we can do there, but yeah, so a lot going on. Serious, a lot going on, but it's good. Good evening, my brother. How's the weekend treated you? It's good, XPR. What about yourself? It's been busy. Just yeah, very, very busy right now. Like just there's loads and loads of like puzzle pieces sort of coming together. A lot happening and untraversed territory as well. I mean, with an event that we've got at the end of this month to the scale that it is, it's definitely something new, and so looking forward to that. And then obviously the challenge, there's a lot of new things there, so new things as well. And then new hires. Again, we've got a full-time social media manager now, so looking to sort of get more into socials and provide more value there. So that's going to be really, really good also. And yeah, so a lot of interesting things going on, which is always good. It's like the guys who help out. Nice, Darren. Love that. Bearish trend from now. So we'll get into gold. So for those who didn't see, on I think it was either Thursday or Friday, I can't remember now. Last week was the busiest day and the busiest week and the fastest week like in recent memory. It was crazy. It was like I blinked in the week. It was just non-stop. It was insane. But basically what happened was struggling to talk. Everyone was anticipating, Trump had a lot of pressure on the Fed to reduce interest rates. Like he was saying he was going to get rid of Jerome Powell, and like he was just in low interest rates. And obviously low interest rates, Trump is very much, like sort of venture capital now in the world, in just growth now, and then profit later. And so he wants numbers to go up, basically, the good numbers, and he doesn't really care if the bad numbers go up as well. So with interest rates going down, he wants to obviously increase spending in the economy and boost the economy, but obviously that has the negative impact of inflation over the sort of mid to long term. So a lot of people are hedging against that with gold, and now with the new guy that's been appointed, the Fed chairman. He's very much against inflation and very against rate cuts. And you can go back to previous interviews of him discussing this. And so that was kind of sort of unexpected. And so, yeah, the market took a bit of a shift, to say the least. It's great. Hello, Greg. Hello. How's the weekend been, Greg? I love everyone saying hi to Greg. That's brilliant. What do you mean, Tim? But yeah, Greg's an absolute machine, and then super nice as well. I definitely recommend, if you've got any questions for Greg, adding him in the Discord, or messaging him. Super nice. Naresh, gold isn't a stock; it's a commodity. But yeah, gold's will always be good to trade just because of the amount of liquidity and the volatility. A lot of people say that gold is obviously extremely volatile, which it is, and that's not good to trade. Whereas volatility does create opportunity. That's what us traders make money off. We make money off volatility. When something's volatile, then it creates opportunities for us, and so that volatility can definitely be capitalized on. And then if you're talking from like an investment point of view, long term, like super long term, gold will always really, not financial advice, but trend to the upside as a hedge against inflation. And so yeah, Greg the fortune teller, is that the new nickname for Greg? Hello, Andy. Greg Fluence. That's a good, that rolls off the tongue. That does. He's been nominated, not in yet, but it's pretty locked from what I've seen, and we don't know, realistically, we don't know how he will actually approach things. Trump wants lower interest rates. If he's appointed him, even though it's not directly him as well. Something which is important, and a lot of people overlook, is the fact that the Fed chairman isn't the sole person who determines what's going to go on. There's a board of like 12 people, and they all vote on what's going to happen. So although the Fed chairman carries a lot of weight, there's still a board of like 12 people who need to come to a decision together, and so that's important as well. Greg, I couldn't imagine you being rude, Greg, to be honest. So yeah, it should be an interesting time in the markets, nonetheless. Very interesting on gold come next week. Very, very interesting actually. So we'll see what we can sort of come up with. Whether you think the markets have sort of overreacted last week, that could be. It's difficult to say, but we'll get into it. By the way, we do have NFP at the end of next week as well. So that's obviously something to take in mind as well. NFP is crazy times, so we'll see what goes on there as well. That's 1,000 drawdown and you fund it. Any advice, please? Andy, first off, make sure it's within your risk tolerance. Making sure your risk management is on point. In terms of like what I do is I risk a set pound amount. And then second thing is, if you find yourself having like the occasional really bad day, a great way to just counteract that is to, after you've had one loss, or you're trading with big capital now, so probably one loss, depending on your trading style, looking at, you can maybe stretch it to 2 losses and then not trade for the rest of the day. But a great thing to do, like this is just a seriously good like task to do for anyone, is to go back through your trade history, look at the first trade of each day, if it was a loser or if it was a winner, and then how that day went after that. And a lot of people will find if they start with a losing trade, the rest of their day is then not a very good day, and they're acting with emotion, they're taking profits early, they're letting losses ride to stop loss. A lot of people will find that if they just stop trading after the first loss of the day, they actually make more money over time. So that's probably a really, really good tip to get in there. So definitely with your risk, set pound amount and highlighting risk early. And then also after you've had like one loss for the day or something like this, you can maybe stretch to 2 losses if you feel you can sort of accommodate that, then go with that. I say it a lot, but a lot of people say they've got the golden ticket in trading, when in reality you've got the golden ticket. It's your trade history. That's where you can really dial everything in. 100%. And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen and liking the live does help spread out the live, and I really appreciate it. And again, any questions, let me know. We'll run through questions, then we'll get into the charts and come up with a sort of plan for next week. And yeah, losing trades as wake up and hunt for that dopamine hit. 100% agree, XPR. And something which I've definitely sort of come across now after speaking to tens of thousands of traders is, and I'm in the fortunate position where I have spoke to that many traders, so I've got a good insight into it. And a lot of people do just gamble in trading, and they don't want the consistent path, even though see consistency on your life, scale up capital, see consistency on there, scale up capital more. and then you major profitable. But a lot of people do just want that that dopamine hit and that instant trade, and they always want to be in a trade, which is not good. I was recording a video before this as well, and something which came up in that video is, I say it quite a bit, but what separates a winning trader from a losing trader is the winning trader knows when to stay out of the market, okay? Winning and losing traders, they can both know when to be in the market, okay? They both know. But the losing trader doesn't know when to be out of the market. Being able to turn around and go, okay, I'm not going to trade this price action. I'm not going to trade because I've had a loser. I'm not going to trade because this price action isn't congruent with my system. Things like that are what really separate the winners from the losers, 100%. Hello, Sean. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, 100%, 100%, Chief. Sharpening my crayon and writing this down. Love that, Yusuf. Yeah, Narash, it will have been sent to you when joining the private group, and then I can send it to you again. Just drop me a message, and I can resend it through to you. That. What do you mean, Yusuf? Hello, World Free Speech. Hello, Bella. How you doing, Bella? Hope everything's going well. Shouldn't drink as much Coke as I do, I tell you. But yeah, let me know if you do have any questions regarding trading, regarding crypto, regarding the private group. In the private group, you gain access to signals, analysis, courses, full community, in-person events, etc. It really is the best place to achieve profitability in trading, and you can find the link to that on the YouTube description. And then just drop me a message, and we'll get you involved. I see Sea Dog's posting. Some good things from Sea-Dog coming as well. All the educators have things cooking really, which is really, really nice to see. So looking forward to that as well. We have some big plans with a few as well, which is really, really nice. Sea-Dog's about to bring out sort of an updated version of his sections, which is really nice also. And so really looking forward to that. All good. Nice, Bella. I think the plan we've got, Bella, is really nice. I'm really happy with it. I've definitely thought about that a lot this weekend. And the girl who I was on about, we had a conversation as well. So, but I'll update you. I'll update you later. I'll update you after this. So, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't use Elliott Wave. I don't. Was good alongside Greg's. Nice, Ryan. Love that. We can take a look at Bitcoin as well after we've sort of had a look at gold. Watch it. I missed so much until I watched. Okay, nice, Narash. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think there's sort of a blueprint in the group, and I feel like it's a good one in the sense of. And the video you get when you first join the group, I'd outline it in there. But basically, join, take a look through the Telegram, a look through the Discord, a look through the Educators Telegram. Take a look through everything and just get a feel for everything and where everything is. Okay, you don't have to jump in and try and profit straight away. That's not a good way to be. Just look around, see what's going on, and get a feel for it. Then from there, you can start sort of entering some trades using proper risk management, using the signals, and just get used to entering positions, exiting positions, moving your stop loss to break even, and those fundamental, trading basics and that trade management. And as a byproduct, you probably make some good money with the signals. And then from there, while you're doing that, looking through the courses section, looking through the educational material, asking questions, and really starting to build up that knowledge and pull things together to form your own edge in these markets. As the true profitability, you need to form your own edge a bit. And this can be just taking, for example, my system, and then just tweaking it a little bit to what you like. A lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm just going to get this exact person's system and I'm just going to copy it perfectly. That really doesn't work, and that's a deep hole to go into on why that doesn't work. And you can let me know if you want to hear that, but that is a bit of a complicated one and definitely a deep hole. But that doesn't really work. You need to mold it at least a bit to you personally, and then that's where true profitability is. Adam London, you have to ask Martin or in the Discord for that. I know the recent migration on the start of the month, moving everything around, that was basically to help with that. They needed to move around the back end and everything to allow that to work, basically. Exactly, craft your own style and master your own psychology. 100%, 100%. Reduce loss, 100% as well. I'm loving these. I'm loving these comments. 100%. Number one rule in trading is conservation of capital. Okay, you've got to have tickets to play. Okay, that's the main thing. Best trading group in the world. Not said that for a while. Appreciate that, Katie. Love that. And the full team as well. I mean, which is very important in this group. I think it's quite interesting when people first join and, you know, they see me on the adverts and on the lives and stuff like this, and they don't expect the full team that we've got. I mean, it does, you know, we do have a full team. We've got people sort of behind the scenes helping literally everywhere, and then obviously we've got the educators, we've got support team, we've got some like unbelievably knowledgeable members now in the group, like unbelievable. Someone who definitely needs a shout out is Husky in the group. Has tremendous, like unbelievable knowledge growth, and I do recommend like speaking to Husky a bit. You'll see him come up. He's active in the group. He's very active in seed arc section as well. His knowledge of the markets now is amazing. Like when I'm going through the Discord sometimes, like I'll see him put a message in, I'm like, okay, this guy really knows his stuff now. And so like, yeah, he's very advanced now, which is amazing. But we've got loads of members like that. It's incredible. I've secured some good kebab money this week. Conserving capital to be able to advance to the dessert too. Hopefully the dessert one day, Yusuf. Whenever, because Yusuf just ages ago, for those who are new, Yusuf was always just spending profits basically on kebabs, and so like now whenever Yusuf comes up or whenever I'm messaging Yusuf, it's just like you don't talk about things in terms of pounds. It's in like kebabs bought, like how many, you know how we normally talk about things like how much like percentage or R. With Yusuf, it's like, okay, was it 3 multiples of kebabs? Like what was it? That's sort of the thing which has happened. Hello, Craig. Hello. Looking forward to the challenge, Craig. It's gonna be a good one. Florentina. Sorry if I've butchered the name, by the way. We do. So we've got courses in the group, and then also you can drop me a message or at me in the Discord, and we'll happily run through anything with you. And then on these lives, you can ask me any questions. They can be complete basics, and we'll run through them with you. So the support's there, and then also we've got a support team inside the community as well, who'll happily hop on a one-to-one call with you and sort of walk you through anything. Massive shout out to Adam there, Adam as well. Just everyone's growing. And yeah, it's amazing. Craig, yeah, pretty much. It's gonna be good though. Definitely worth it. I mean, the value that brings, definitely from the last challenge, sure, a lot of people just insanely level up, and so for this one, want to do the same thing, and hopefully break people to that other side of profitability, which I'm looking forward to. I really think a lot of people are going to come out of this challenge having maintained proper risk management, etc. They're going to have just sort of something's going to click, and then they can scale, go through the private funding service there, and by next month they're probably have like a nice payout. That's what I'm hoping for. Adam is a good man. Yeah, 100%. Adam's amazing. Hopping on loads of calls, and super. Also, something which is very important, which I always like to highlight, because whenever I like think about things, I'm like, okay, what's going on like behind the scenes? What's going on? But like Adam, Greg, Brandon, Leon, like all of these people, Ben in the background, they're all like just really nice people as well. Like which is like good to know. But you get that like by speaking to them in the group. But they are genuinely like really good people, which I think is important, because definitely there's a few things like in a different business I do in the trading space with various other people in the trading space, and definitely it's yes, it's rare in the trading space, to say the least. Was that Lady H? It would be all good. I will drop you a message. Okay, nice. Yeah, Lady H, I definitely recommend speaking to Bella as well. She's been speaking to Beth and other girls in the community as well. Like, Bella's got super good, like, just mentality on her as well. And then also just, like, very motivating. Like, you speak to Bella, there's a few people where you speak to and you're like, you come away from it, like, fuck, I gotta do this. Bella's very motivating, very passionate, which is extremely important. So very good to speak to. Craig as well. Obviously, Craig's Craig. Like, he a section of his own. Very low. I'm looking forward to my second week. Nice, mate. Look forward to it as well. It's going to be brilliant. Yeah, exactly, Naresh. Exactly. Yeah, left coast. We'll get into those. We'll get into those now. I personally think we are probably going to continue down from here. We have some very nice support levels, and with the sort of shift in regime now, I think the market will continue to bleed a lot. We might be due like a recovery reversal early on in the week, and people like get a bit of hope. Something which is very when I said that, like, I think of hope as in like hopium in like the crypto space. Something which is very interesting. And I was doing another video before this on this. It's super interesting how over the past like month, gold and silver have been exactly the same as Bitcoin and Ethereum during a bull run. Like, exactly the same. Like, the exact same psychological barriers and mistakes which come in during a crypto bull run has happened this time. In the sense of everyone's like, we've missed gold and missed gold. It should top soon. Okay, I'll enter a short here. Okay, I'll move my stop loss. Okay, there's nowhere I can get in. Like, those sort of mentalities, got to stop soon, etc. That happens when Bitcoin's exploding as well. And then also, the big thing which really triggered that thought for me was silver and Ethereum. In a Bitcoin bull run, everyone, like, Bitcoin goes first, and then that money leaks into Ethereum, and Ethereum rallies a lot. And a lot of people go, okay, I've missed Bitcoin. Okay, Ethereum's going. I'm going to get in Ethereum now, and I'm going to really go for it because I've missed Bitcoin. I'll get in Ethereum. Ethereum's going to go this high. And then everyone jumps into Ethereum, and it crashes really hard. Like, this happens, like, every bull run, this happens. And then people think, okay, I've missed Ethereum. Ethereum's come down. Okay, you know what I'm going to do now? The altcoins, the shit coins, excuse the language, they're about to rally. Okay, I'm going to dump all my money in them, and then they crash as well. What's happening in gold is gold's absolutely flown through the roof. And then everyone started to take note of silver, dumped loads of money in silver, and then silver's crashed at, like, peak hype. It's very interesting how similarly that has played out. What's this? The lower time frames, the levels are going to be the one for this one. Yeah, XPR, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Some nice higher time frame ones, but it's going to be higher time frame and lower time frame. Mid time frame right now, it's not as nice. Oh, what's that? With different name. All I ever see is Diamond Hands and XPR to $100. It doesn't actually seem legitimate. H23. So if you're with crypto, I give a very reserved approach. And mainly, I don't really speak on altcoins because I understand that it is the Wild West, and I don't want people to watch this, then think, I'll get into the crypto space and just get ruined, because 99% of people will. The crypto space is still the wild west. With XRP, I don't like it. I think it's a traditional sort of financial system with blockchain slapped on the side of it. And every single bull run, like, I've been through like 3 bull runs now, okay? And each one, what happens is XRP, the first one I couldn't really get involved with, like, it was not really, but I saw what sort of happened. The second one I did, and then this third one. But what happens is, every single time during a bull run, XRP just gets blown up all over social media everywhere, and everyone's just hyping it. It's like a cult, and then it just disappears, and then it goes again. Like every single time, they just have a crazy social media marketing team. Like, yeah, I don't personally like that project, in my opinion, but not financial advice, of course. Live session, everyone's support here truly lifted my spirits. The group support is fantastic. Love that, Andy. Yeah, Andy, you can definitely look. I've seen, I've seen some people join the group and they have, and they've just, I mean, either before they join the group, they're honest with me about like what their situation is, and I've seen people who have lost like £250,000 in a week. Like I remember this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name. I ended up, because he was, I went on to do other business with this individual. So I ended up flying back to the UK and actually and taking this guy out. But so I got to know him quite well. But he, like within the last week, so he had a week and then he found the group. And within that last week, he had lost over £250,000 purely on gold. And that wasn't even like, he had lost millions. And yeah, it was really, really, really bad. And he ended up like sticking through it, and I had to like literally sit this guy down. And he has now like flipped things around. And so I'm not saying he's making £250,000 a week now, not that at all. But he has seen consistency now, which is really, really good. But yeah, if you've had a bad day or if you've had a bad week, let me tell you, there is 100% a lot of people far worse. What separates you from them is your mentality and how you approach it and how you learn from it and how you keep building. 100%. A bull run's basically like price go up all the time. That's basically a bull run. So then when price is bullish, it's going to the upside. Now when price is on a bull run, it just goes like, and it just keeps on going. Oh no, that's crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, difficult to come back from such losses. 100% agree. This guy had a lot of capital though. Like he was, yeah, very, very, very large. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I've seen some few other things like worse. I've definitely seen some worse losses in the trading space outside of like I think this is important to talk to, but there's something which I can't really talk on here, like something else, like a group of people who did something in the trading space that ended up with a lot of people not good. But yeah, I don't want to go down that route. Need to know how to lose $1 million to make $1 million. Yeah, I think that's a very, very good saying. Very good saying, and something which is important. I've said before, but a lot of people think they want to make money really quickly and make like loads of money very, very fast, and you don't. And I say this in no derogatory term, but chances are you'd lose it if you made tons of money, unless you're like you mature and like financially mature and you've gone through your life, you've saved up and you've been very financially responsible up until that point. Most people, if they made a lot of money very quickly, it would ruin them in a lot of cases. And you see that happening with the lottery and various things like that. It's not good to happen. The best thing that can happen to you is you make money consistently and slowly, and it compounds over time. And then eventually you're making big money, but you've gone through that phase. That's a very important phase. Because something which a lot of people don't talk about is making money, but then holding on to money. Like, you'd be surprised how hard it is, like, holding on to money. Yeah. That's why stop losses are important, guys and girls. 100%. And no problem, Andy. Yeah, stop losses are important. I do struggle to use the signals sometimes, and I don't know when to enter, whether graphs are signals or ideas. Curtis, drop me a message on Telegram, and I'll run through everything, mate. Smoke breaks. The event gonna be so overwhelming. We're gonna try and do like a sort of midway through, we do have like food and stuff. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I don't know that, but there'll be breaks and stuff. I'm not gonna just get everyone there and just talk for like 6 hours. I don't know. Someone's gonna have to like, Max, can we have a break, please? Manu will fuck you up if you aren't ready. 100% agree. 100% agree. Yeah, it really will in loads and loads of different ways. And I think one thing which is important, you got to look at all the sides of the story. I think there are, a certain section of people out there who will say, I am like money makes you a worse person and this, that, and the other, and they sort of use it as an excuse not to work hard and try and get that money, which I don't think is a good mindset to have. I don't think it benefits you at all. But sort of understanding that if you do make it very quickly, you need to be careful. There's so many potholes, and every mistake you make is enlarged significantly. Definitely made that's I think that deserves a video on its own, but definitely made a lot of stupid mistakes. Networking with like-minded people has got to be done before most precious things this group has to offer. 100% XPR. Networking and being around like-minded people is very, very important, and something which and I really believe there's a few there's two quotes mainly that I like really think are people don't give enough credit to and enough weight to, and that is you are the sum of the 5 people you're around, and that doesn't have to be that saying was before the internet. Okay, that doesn't have to be people in person. That can be people online as well. For example, people who you talk to in Discord, or people who you listen to on a podcast or whatever. Like, those are the people you're around. I definitely believe that. And then there's two sides to every story. Those two things I really believe in. And then something which helped me a lot is there's 2 people I met, and I was very fortunate to meet these 2 people. Very fortunate. One of them's quite a bit older than me, but one of them's a year younger than me, and they have helped me like so much, just in like loads of things. And so finding people who have been in your situation and who are where you want to go, and like speaking to them like is very important. So helpful. Yeah, new trader. Yeah, definitely. The Discord's very powerful. Very powerful resource. I mean, extremely. And the level of knowledge in there is crazy. It really is insane. We have a lot of people. I really do think you'd struggle to find a community with the level of knowledge traders that we've got inside the group now. We do have a lot of people who are like very insanely smart, and we've got a lot of full-time traders in there, and we've got a lot of people who are making like significant money, not yet full-time, which is smart and absolutely fine to do. I spoke about that on before, but once you're making enough money to go full-time, it isn't like go full-time straight away. It's very much you've now got the ability to say no at work and don't do things that you don't want to do. Don't just leave your job straight away. I think that's a very smart and responsible thing to do. But yeah, the level of some people's knowledge in the group is astounding. Like, yeah, crazy. I mean, speaking on Husky earlier, his is amazing. And to grow your account, but be worth compounding a percentage of earnings to grow your account. Bank the Wes. What do you mean? If you're compounding it, then what are you banking? What do you mean? If you explain that a bit more, I'll happily go into detail. You are Craig. That's funny. Your side, my wait there. I really like that. Lord Hades. I haven't heard that before. Wait there. I love analogies, and I love a good quote. I think it allows a clear picture. The world's very complicated. Analogies and quotes allow you to simplify things, which is nice. But I like that. There's 3 sides to every story: your side, my side, and the truth. I think that's brilliant. I'm gonna steal that. I agree, Reese. It is amazing. The best bot around. Yeah, you're gonna see him. OpenAI, ChatGPT. They're gonna release the Craig bot. That'll set some records. Yusuf. To be fair, I mean, when I started trading, I did when I was making a bit of money, I was straight away like, yeah, I'm leaving my job. Like I made like £20 a day. I made this much last week. Like I don't need this job. With this current earnings that I'm on, I can move to this country and live life. Like I'm sweet. Yes, I think it's not the best to think like that. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen and liking the live does help spread the live out. And if you do want to get involved in the private group, the link is on the YouTube description. And you just click that, get access to the public group. In there, you can drop me a message. I'll personally respond. We'll get you on board in the private group. In there, you get access to signals analysis, courses, community, in-person events, the best support, just the best people, which is really important. Full-time purely because of how it is to go into drawdown. 100%. Yeah, 100%, Drew. But it definitely is. It definitely is possible. I think something which I really like to bring up is the fact that a lot of people see trading online and they think like and to be fair, I probably add to it. Okay, some of my adverts are a bit crazy. Okay, and show whatever. Okay, that definitely isn't life 24/7 at all. But you've got to grab people's attention. So I understand, why people do it, and from the marketing angle, supercars and this, that, and the other grab attention. That isn't a realistic life though. But most people, they think trading is just like, oh yeah, it's supercars and all of this stuff and this crazy stuff. There are so many people who are just normal people. They're in the UK, they've got a house, got kids, nice car, and they're living like, and they make their full-time income from trading, and they don't care about the super flashy stuff, which is absolutely fine. And they're just living a really good life, family, this, that, and the other, and it's just less stressful because of trading's allowed them to get there. And so there's a lot of people who are like that. And so I think that being a good goal is also important. I like to highlight that there are a lot of people like that out there. Trading isn't just supercars and craziness at all. It's a shower scene. Yeah. I mean, let me know. I do. Let me know your thoughts on some of the adverts. Some of them are a bit interesting. In the shower, the one on the back of the yacht's quite funny. I think that one's my favourite. Cream, not the hard work to make the cream. 100%, Naresh, 100%. Burn through 1,000. And you probably notice like those adverts, and then you see me do face videos, and I'm just, the face videos just with this background, like each day. You're like, Max, have you moved for the last 24 hours? No. But yeah. But yeah, let me know if you're which sort of adverts, or if you like them. I like doing a mixture of things, but I think it's cool when someone joins the group from an advert, and they have this sort of preconceived idea of what it's going to be like, and then they join the lives and they message me and they're like, whoa, wait there, this is different to the lives. It's funny. Mid-trim, yeah. That's funny as well. There was a funny story behind that one, actually. I haven't drank in a while, but on that, I was on a yacht party. There was a few people there, and one of the guys there was like a sort of famous-ish barber, and he gave haircuts to like footballers and etc. and rappers and stuff like this. And he had literally given a haircut to the rapper Central City like the day before, and me, I don't know what I was on about. And I said, yeah, like I need to film adverts. Let's film adverts. Like, where did you cut Central C's hair? Oh yeah, just in my barber shop. I was like, okay, no. What you're gonna do is we're gonna bring a chair. We're gonna put it on a yacht, and then you're gonna cut my hair on the yacht. What about that? And then I booked it then. And then I woke up the next morning. It was the worst hangover ever, because I've got this guy like phoning me like, yo, when are you picking me up? And then I've got this guy like the captain of the boat phoning me like, sir, like the boat's ready, this, that, and the other. I'm like, what is going on? And then I had to go out, and I was really hungover, and the boat was swaying. It sounds like a very privileged thing to say, but it was looking back, it was funny. But during it, I was so like seasick. It was awful. But yeah, that was a funny day actually. You being pushed in the sea off the pier will forever be embedded in my skull. The noise you made when you got pushed killed me, and been off for days. That's brilliant. I'm glad you enjoyed that one. I didn't like that at all. In that, during that, there's backstories to quite a few of them, which are funny. I filmed most of them. Like, I can't just film adverts each day. There's a lot that goes on. So a lot of them have to be like planned in advance and like weeks in advance. Okay, we're gonna do this one in the morning, this one. So it's like super intense. But then that one was during summer, and it was boiling hot, and the water was boiling hot. And it was like, it would like stick to you. I don't know how to describe it. It was really weird. And plus the ocean was like super black. Like near Dubai, that area of Dubai, the water's like really dark. I didn't. Yeah, it wasn't good. It was good, but it wasn't good. Ever come to a yacht party is having a feast ice cream on a rubber tee. Look, that's all good, Yusuf. All good. That's absolutely fine. Members, wait there. Coles Trades members yacht party inbound. I think I would like to do some type of massive event in Dubai. It's just that obviously, for a lot of people, I never want to put people in a position where they missing out on X thing because of like money or this or that, like in terms of events. And so like having an event in Dubai and sort of expecting people to get a flight over, I feel like isn't good. But it would be really cool to host like a big one in Dubai. Like I could plan something crazy for it. So that would be awesome. I think that's more of a, let's get a few more events in the UK sorted, and then I think a big one in Dubai and do sort of something there. Yeah. Needs thought, but would be cool. Yeah, it would be awesome. That one that one would have to be like sort of 8 months in advance. I'd have to like plan it so everyone has time, because I understand everyone's in different situations, family, this, that, and the other. So I completely get that. And so we'd have to plan that one a lot in advance. But that one would be awesome. Ideas are just going through. That one would be so cool, because I'm not in the UK much, and so like I haven't spent too much time in London, and so I don't know like the places. I don't have like relationships with these people and this, that, and the other. Whereas like in Dubai, I know where we'd go. Like it'd be awesome. So I definitely want to do that. When I'm on my first 5K, I will fly over the weekend and we can go on a tea crawl. Tea crawl. Yeah, Nirash, 100%. And anyone in Dubai, like, let me know, 100%. We'll sort something out. I know we've got a few members coming out, I think this week, actually. And, like, I'm there. Like, if you're here, I'll 100%. I've met loads of members now have come on holiday, and I'm like, let me know. I don't want to intrude on your holiday, but let me know. We'll go out for a drink or something like this, because it's always cool to see members in person. So definitely invitation goes out to anyone in the private group. Like, just let me know, and yeah, we'll all chip in from a private jet from the UK. A private jet from the UK to Dubai is like, it's like 300k. And one for like, I don't know how many people. You'd have to literally rent out like the big Emirates ones, like the 747 ones or whatever ones. I think that'd cost probably, I don't even know, probably like a 1.5 million. So, if Craig's feeling optimistic, if Craig has a good week, he can probably cover it. So, yeah, no kids. Shay, I put the link to it in the video. It's scheduled for tomorrow night, and then I'm also going to put a poll in, so it'll be automatically released. I think at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. I put it to 10 p.m. Dubai time, so 6 p.m. UK time. And then also, I'm going to put a poll in the group for the next video as well. And so we'll get that going and get into a flow of those videos as well. And yeah, eventually like a library there, which will be really nice. Tax deduction. Chris is thinking about it smart. It's a business trip. Business. That'd be funny, mate. Chris, why are you on a yacht for? Like, what's going on there? Business. We're networking. Okay, it's a networking event. Business expenses. Chris, why are you in a Lamborghini? Like, business. Okay, it's business expenses. HMRC on the phone. It's business, guys. Yeah, that sounds good, Big Rick. Sounds good. Let's all get saving a Christmas party in Dubai. I think I'll get saving as well. That sounds like a big one, so I'm up for it. Okay, style high. I like that. You see all the time low calorie. Yusuf's like high calorie kebab house in Dubai. Call it diabetes and heart attacks 101. Yusuf, I will happily be a seed investor in that. MXMR. To be fair, stack it up. Very nice. I have a 3-year plan all mapped out, and it's big goals, my biggest yet. For years, I've always set goals and dreams to achieve in life. Once achieved, I then set next. Very good, Danny. Really, really nice. I think setting goals is, super, super important. And a lot of times I say things and I think back to like a few years ago where I'm like, what do you mean you're setting goals? Just like get stuff done now. What do you mean you're sort of visualizing yourself in this life? Even now it like cringes me out a little bit because I was never like that, but I've definitely learned over time that thinking about where you want to be, setting goals and stuff like this, it works. Like it really does work, and so it is important. And so that's really, really good to hear, Danny. Really, really good. And then setting big goals, and then also setting smaller goals throughout is also important. And rewarding yourself. Find something which you enjoy, like doing. For example, if you go out with your mates on Friday and go watch the football or go to pool or go wherever, okay, then like throughout the week you need to like do X, Y, and Z, and then it'll feel much better as well. I think that's important. Please show us how you sent us the gold chat. What do you mean, new trader? If you want to see the gold chat, it'll be in the private group. If you want me to highlight it to you, then drop me a message saying exactly that, and I'll forward it to you, and then we can go over anything you're sort of confused on, mate. Oh yeah, on track to get it once I can request withdrawal. Nice, Sam. Yeah, big year for you ahead, Sam. Definitely big year. Full communities for you, mate. Thank you to Craig. So thank you a lot, Craig. Love that. Yeah, Craig's an absolute beast. Absolute beast. Talk shop for the whole hour, just like that. Very true. Very true. So how did you analyze it so perfectly? New trader, I'll send you through like just so I can have the exact message that I sent through, and then I'll run through it with you. I think that's a better way to do it, just so I can see the exact messages that I put in the private group, because there's a few there. What's that? My goal is to buy a scaffold company I work for now. Company is worth around 2.6 million, but could get it for around 400k. Get a loan from the bank and let company pay off the debt one day, unless you. God, that sounds amazing. Really nice. And scaffolding company, I mean, that's very, very, very good business. Really, really good. So that's a great target. Seriously good. Good target. I mean, also moving that scaffolding business here. I mean, the scaffolding bloody everywhere in Dubai as well. But yeah, really, really nice goal to set. That's amazing, mate. Amazing. Definitely keep us updated with the progression on that, and all of these goals which everyone's outlining here. Like, keep us updated. Like, I want to see how you progression. Members want to see how you progression. It helps, like, seeing someone like progress through their goals. It motivates you, and it sort of allows you to realize that you can do it as well, which is good. New trader. Let me know the time The time the message was sent, and I'll sort it. Yeah. Chris, you get sent a video once onboarded into the challenge when you like get the final links. Excuse me. And that's a video explaining the risk. If you haven't, then let me know and I'll get it sent over. But that video covers it. Whoa, 5 children. Fair play. What's called is a 10k month and 1 million funded capital. Really nice, Sam. I mean, 10k a month's massive. Like, you know, that's really, really, really good. Especially at your age as well, Sam. That is incredible. At any age, that is amazing. So yeah. I mean, if you're making that amount of money as well, one thing is that you don't need. Something important is a lot of people think of like UK prices and think, okay, I need to make X amount of money to live like this, and you know, a house, you know, in the UK, houses are very, very expensive. But if depending on your situation, there are other places in the world, in Europe, you know, Indonesia, and you can live like an absolute king. And a lot of families do move there, and it is an option. Like I know, I really like the UK, but I like and don't like it, and a lot of people want to stay. But like, depending on your situation, if you're open to that, I think also looking elsewhere, you know, it's not too difficult now to really move around, and there might be somewhere else in the world which fits your lifestyle and fits what you want a lot more, and you can move your family there. It might, you know, it's an option for a lot of people. I think making sure you're aware of those sort of options is important, because there's a lot of places, you know, on the beach, nice weather, far cheaper, lower taxes. If you're making money online and you obviously want to, and that's something you're interested in, then, you know, it's something to explore. For me, I'm fortunate enough now that trading now allows me to treat my family and pay off unexpected bills, but I'm working hard not to talk myself out of my day job. Drew, that's very, very important as well. You're in such a good position right now in terms of, like, you've got the ability to say no, you've got the ability to treat your family. That's the main thing. A lot of people want to just go full time and get out their job and do that. Normally it's just, you've got a concrete job, you've got something that pays the bills, you know, they're paying into pension, whatever. You've got that rock there, but you're not as stressed, okay? Imagine you went into work, okay, and you just had the ability to, if something did go, to put it lightly, tits up, okay, your boss is really annoying, you have the ability to say no, okay? That's what trading brings you first, okay? A lot of people skip straight to financial freedom, moving here, driving supercars, this, that, and the other. But a step before then is just the ability to say no and the ability to treat yourself. That freedom, that's freedom, okay? That's really, really an amazing step to be in. Amazing. And yeah, that's really important. So really, really, really nice work there, Drew. 300k account to move to Southeast Asia. 100%. You don't at all. You don't at all. There's people I know who are they don't make much money at all, and they live in, I don't know where it is in Thailand exactly, but they live in Thailand, and they don't make that much money, but they're like, I'm very much like, why don't you do, like, you've got this, you can do this, like what about this, and they're like, like I'm happy, like I got a bit of money, I got my house, I got my scooter, I can go down to the beach, and they're chilling, like, and they don't make much money at all, like, and then just a very stress-free life, and they just chill. That does happen quite a bit. More than I thought happened. I didn't think that happened a lot. Yeah, any thoughts on gold? Okay, let's get into gold. Bit off topic. We do, if you're new to the lives, we do tend to go off the topic a bit, but I enjoy talking to everyone, so it's good, and I hope you guys get some value as well. But yeah, so quick rundown again. Gold last week, Trump put a lot of pressure on Fed to reduce interest rates. Now there's a new guy coming into the Fed chair. He's traditionally sort of against inflation and against rate cuts. And so that's caused a massive sell-off in silver and gold, obviously hedges against inflation, which is important. So massive sell-off. So I think that that silver sell-off is crazy. I think I saw something. It was the biggest silver drop since like 1921. Like what? That is crazy. The worst day in silver's recent history since 1921. Madness. Okay, let's see what's going on. So just zooming out on the 1 hour here, looking at what's going on. Huge move down. We are coming into these previous highs here. So I want to keep an eye on that. And then also just some previous, just very basic levels which could potentially pose some sort of risk. Let's see what the daily open. The daily open. I don't know about that one. We'll get rid of that one. Okay, let's see what else we can find here. Okay, we do have a VWAP close there, which is pretty nice. Let's see where the session volume profile ended up. Okay, up there. Okay, let's get rid of this and put some fibs on the 4 hour. Hello, John. Yeah, I think Max Payne is on the way. Let's see what lines up with this. From this exact low to this exact high. See if we can just find anything that sort of... Okay, this looks all right. This looks like a nice area. Boom, boom, boom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down a little bit just to the candle bodies to make it a bit more accurate. And then this level here is previous highs plus a golden pocket. So prev highs plus golden pocket. Nice, Craig. Really nice. That would have been a scary position to get in, though. After that day. Very, yeah, very, very scary. Let's get this on. Perfect. That's a nice level to look for. I'm probably not going to mark up this one. I don't... Like, buys are a bit weird in these conditions. Now let's zoom into the 30-minute and see what's really happening. Okay, what we can do is we can mark up this here. That looks nice. Then we can also put this on. Okay, we do have a previous daily open there. What we can do is pull from this exact high, see where it lines up. Okay, we do have the naked point of control daily open and VWAP near enough all in that zone there. So naked point of control plus prev daily open plus VWAP plus what else was there? Plus 0.618, well, plus golden pocket, and dead on the 5k level pretty much. Very close to it anyway. That 5k psychological level is going to be a bit of a menace, so we'll see how that plays out as well. Let me just move this over here a bit, make this level red. If you do have any questions regarding what I'm doing at the charts, then please don't hesitate to let me know. Petrolhead, I don't use fair value gaps. I don't really like them, but basically what a fair value gap should highlight is imbalance. So what we can do is we can go here, and it's a 3 candlestick pattern. Again, I don't use these, but a lot of people like to use them. I don't. But what it is a 3 candlestick pattern. So if we zoom in all the way in here, there we go. So what it is 1, 2, 3. You're looking for candle A, and then candle B to be a big body candle, and then candle C. And what you're looking for a bearish fair value gap, like a fair value gap above price, what you're looking for is the previous candle A's lower wick. What you do is you get a rectangle on TradingView. You click on the lowest part of the candle from candle A. Then you take it to the highest part of the candle, the highest wick from candle C. So we've got candle A, candle B, candle C. Take it from the highest wick, and then you've got a fair value gap indicating imbalance normally in the market, and the market should in theory balance itself and take that level and then reject further. I don't use them, but that's a fair value gap. Move this. I do have a part session 14 of the boot camp on this YouTube channel. It's free. Anyone can go watch it. That covers SMC. In there, I do go over fair value gaps, order blocks, and liquidity grabs and things like this. So if you do want to learn more about SMC, then that course there, it's like, I think it's like 1 hour. I hosted it live. It's session 14, day 14 of the boot camp on this YouTube channel. You can go into boot camp playlist, day 14. I cover SMC. So yeah, I'm currently, this is the 1 hour time frame. I do switch between time frames quite regularly, and this is because I like being more fluid with my time frames. So I don't really like the idea of staying on one time frame. It really is, if you want more information, you zoom in. If you want less information, zoom out. I do think, especially if you're a pure technical trader, zooming out to a higher time frame to gauge your environment is very important. And then you can zoom into like a midterm time frame. So for example, using the 4 hour as your higher time frame, that's to gauge your environment. Then a midterm time frame, like the 30-minute, that's to just highlight setups, highlight areas of interest. And then when you approach those areas of interest, you zoom into your lower time frame, for example, the 3-minute, the 5-minute, the 1-minute, and you look for confirmations as you approach that level to then take a nice position. So having 3 time frames, a higher time frame, midterm time frame, lower time frame, I think is very important. So yeah. I sort you by. What do you mean, Craig? Make sure you read out the coordinates on the. Okay, so it is. Oh, good shout. Good spot there, Graham. Perfect. That was nearly not good. Would have been a weird start to the week. Great teacher, dude. I appreciate that, Jason. I do recommend checking out the SMC section. I do think, you know, there's 2 trains of thought here. One thing is, which Craig actually rightly pointed out in a live stream maybe like a week ago, which was learning too much and gaining too much knowledge too quickly. If you try and act, that's the important word, act on it all, then it can be a detriment. But gaining a breadth of knowledge in the space can also be very good, just so you can see what other people, see through the eyes of other people, is very nice. And especially for a beginner, I do think the concepts in SMC in terms of like very basic, like higher highs and higher lows, things like that can, and market structure, that can be useful. But in terms of like, just understand that that's not how institutions, a lot of people in the space say SMC is how like the big money moves and how smart money moves, smart money concepts, that's how it moves, and that's how institutions trade. That is not the case, and so making sure you're definitely aware of that is important. It doesn't mean it can't work for some people, but you know, understanding why it works and things like this are important as well. Craig. Previous daily open again. Yeah, Andy. So previous daily open here. Basically, if we put on either daily open indicator, I think this one makes it look quite nice. We can just see that in this zone here, we had this daily open and this daily open. This daily open hasn't been touched. Normally, daily opens, once we've moved away from them, they normally get touched. And so, and look, they can be very strong. Look, exact high. We actually, I gave this exact sell position last week in the group this exact sell here from the exact high. And it was because, a daily open and a few other things as well. But you can see how strong they are. So this one here, if we look as well, we can see that, it acted as some form of support. So maybe it'll act as resistance now that we've blown through it. So, yeah. And then also previous support here. We can see on the way down, we did have a little bounce there. This could act as a resistance zone as well. Love that, Darren. Really nice message there. Okay, there we go, Jono. Yeah, it's good when things line up as well. Line up with multiple systems. I'm not gonna sort of expect a gap down. Whatever happens. Like, I'm gonna view market open. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna see how the market moves through Asia session, the volatility in Asia session, and I'm going to use Asia session and London probably to gauge a good view of how the markets will perform the rest of the day, and then using that sort of knowledge there, then we can sort of better execute on our plan come where the true volume enters the market in New York session, especially. God, last week went so quick because I feel like I just said this. Last week went so fast. Busiest week I've had in ages. But I said this last Sunday as well. On Sunday market open, it's probably best, not financial advice, to probably stay away and just look at how the market opens. Look at how Asia performs. Look at what's going on and use that throughout the rest of your day and throughout the rest of your week. I think that's a very good way and healthy way to go about things. To me, just saying things out loud in terms of, okay, as soon as market opens, I'm going to look to enter a position. That doesn't sound like something a profitable trader would say. And so probably not doing that is good. Look, if you have a great setup, then go for it. But for most people, I think it's good to stay out. Okay, new trader. I'll send you a bit more information on that. But basically, it was a daily open. I can't remember exactly. I think wait there. Let me get it up. It was pinpoint perfect. It was really nice. Where is it? Let me go into the private group. By the way, guys, if you do want to get involved in the private group, which this sell idea was given in, then you can drop me a message. The link is on the YouTube description. Where is it here? Okay. Boom. It was a daily open VWAP previous low trend line 0.786. So if we zoom in here, how I got this exact position and the trade exactly was, it was this. Where was my stop loss? My stop loss was like there, and this was targeting there. So this was the idea given in the group. But basically, what I was how I got this level was fib from this high to this low, lined up. Where is it? Where's the 0.786? There we go. Boom. Oh, it wasn't that. It was this one here. So the previous high before this huge sell-off to the exact bottom, that gave me a 0.786 dead on the daily open, like dead on the daily open. And then if we look at VWAP as well, where VWAP was, it was on it looked different on a different chart, but VWAP was up here as well. So we had VWAP daily open, VWAP daily open 0.786, all in that very tight zone there, and then this previous low as well. Like it was nice. Wait, what did I just see? Jewelers getting done with fake jewelry. What? It went too fast up in the group. Oh, there we go. Ryan, that's hilarious. I like that. That's good. Max, do you remember everything that you have to do? Do you have a planner, to-do list, or is this in your head? Katie, so I do have a bit of like a routine. I have a very like strict calendar, and a bit of a routine. I do have things written down. Honestly, if you were to see my notes section, I mean my like reminders, I put everything in there, and I do have like certain files with like things written down. But most of the things you hold on to. Yeah, but I do write down near enough everything. I ran out of room on the Microsoft reminders app, and now my reminders app on my phone has over 12,000 reminders. Just because whenever I have like a thought, I put it in there. I think it's good to do and good to like write down your thoughts and plans which you come up with. So yeah. Big gold scams going on. Really? I haven't. I mean, I saw a silver one, but I'm pretty sure it was like legit. A guy had been holding on to like 10 kilograms of silver, or it might be more actually, just in his house, like just a block of silver. And when silver absolutely skyrocketed, he went in and sold it. But that was like a legitimate thing. But I mean, yeah, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. World's a bit of an interesting place when things are going sky high. Max, but love that, Darren. Doing enough plans for a little bit now, Max. Yeah, definitely. I've got, honestly, there's so much. There's always things to do, which is good. Which is good. I always like to continue to do stuff and keep busy. I quite, although I don't like being stressed, I do quite like being stressed and having sort of a lot to do at the same time. It is good. Or do you take the trades as soon as you see price action enter in your zones? Elwin, so most of the time during New York, I very rarely trade during London. London's just not a very nice session on gold, that is, in my opinion. And then Asia is like a love-hate sort of relationship. So like I've said this a few times, but like for 3-4 months, Asia normally has beautiful sloping moves, and it's amazing. And then for like 3-4 months, it's just the worst price action you've ever seen. So when Asia's like nice, and you'd have seen those big sloping moves, you wake up in the morning and Asia's just beautiful. Like when that's happening, I'll stay up a bit later, which is very late because I'm 4 hours ahead. But to capitalize on those moves, or I'll like wake up in the middle of the night with like alert set or whatever, and do that to capitalize on that. But most of the time, it's New York, just because it's got the most volatility, the most volume, and normally the nicest moves come from New York, the clearest anyway. London's not very nice, and Asia's like, can be. Look, to be fair, there's a good few people who I know who exclusively trade Asia, and they like the sort of lower volatility in Asia. I mean, yeah, it's been crazy lately, but normally lower volatility in Asia, and they do very well. So I think an important metric is a lot of people try and optimize their system, and they try and optimize their system and optimize the system and optimize their system, and they just keep on optimizing their system, and they don't optimize themselves for these markets. It's such like a cheat code that I haven't seen, as far as I'm aware, anyone else in the trading space say this, and that is obviously journaling your trades, so you've got the data there. That's very important. You need to have that data, and then optimizing yourself. Okay, which price action do you perform best in? Do you perform best during London? Do you perform best during Asia? Do you perform best during New York? Okay, the session which you perform best, you trade in. Perfect. Which times of day do you perform best? Do you perform best during New York Open? Extreme volatility. Do you perform best when the markets have calmed down, sort of like a few hours after New York Open? Okay, sounds good. Do you perform best on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? Okay, the worst performing days you don't trade. You've optimized yourself so much and you're trading so much. Like, that can be, for a lot of people, the difference between unprofitable and break even and profitable. And they'll go, I said this before, they'll go months and months and months trying to optimize their system to squeeze out that extra little edge so then they're consistently profitable. And all they might have had to do was look through their trade history, realize that Mondays and Fridays they underperform on, and just not trading those days. It might be as simple as that. You don't know. So I think that's very important. What's that? Going to go dream about Fibs and B-words. Maybe a trend line floating in there. Love that, Naresh. Yeah, love that. Have a good dream, mate. Like crack. Yeah, Ryan. Love that. I love it when like that, Ryan, and then a few people with the 4 a.m. club in the group. Those specific times, like situational analysis is what it's called. So, for example, a good example of this, and that's like I'm pretty sure that is actually like the technical name for it, situational analysis. So there's obviously technical analysis, statistical analysis, situational analysis, fundamental analysis. There's loads of different types of analysis. But what was it? Situational analysis. That can be considered, okay, if we take out the high on Tuesday, chances are we revisit the low of Tuesday on Wednesday, okay? That happens like 13 out of 14 times. I'm not saying that does, that's just an example. That's an example of situational analysis. It's not something I've spoken about before, but there are a few situations where you can highlight trends. You can see, like, for example, a great example of situational analysis is if we don't touch VWAP during Asia session, during New York, there's a very high probability that we move up to VWAP, like, very quickly into New York and go to touch VWAP. Like, situational analysis. This kind of stuff Max is talking about is what the trading reports in doing the challenge will have in them, by the way. Yeah, really good. Definitely, if you're involved in the challenge, like, you got some serious value on the way. If you're in the private group and not involved in the challenge, I heavily recommend. Like, you get tons of value, and again, if you stick to the rules, the losses are covered. It's a big no-brainer. And if you got any questions regarding it, then I'll happily answer. So yeah, anyway, guys, I think we're going to finish up the live here. It's been quite long live tonight, but I've really enjoyed it. I hope there's some good insights. Sunday night live is always a really good one. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and it was really great chatting to everyone. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. I really do, and I hope you have a great rest of your week as well. Definitely, we're in for a bit of a weird week. We haven't had a week open like this, if you are trading gold, in a good while. So yeah, definitely take care, keep smashing it, guys, and yeah, take care, everyone. If you want to get more information on the private group, the link is on the description. And yeah, see you all in a bit, guys. Take care, have a great night. See you in a bit, Andy. See you in a bit, Elwin. See you in a bit, Naz. See you in a bit, Leanne. Ryan, Narash, Paul, Craig, Darren, Katie, Shane. Who else? We got DB, Katie, Floor, Goloff, New Trader, Alan, Lee. Shout out to Lady H as well. Nate, Graham, Lee, Ryan, DB,